We actually have the choice to what we want to think and feel. Most people just let the subconscious come out and play and feel like that they are not in control of it, of their thoughts or their emotions. And so they feel the fear. They feel like something is happening to them. They don't understand how they are the creator, and instead they feel like they are the victim. Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. Hello, if you are new, my name is Andrea Johnson. I'm a Reiki master and psychic development teacher and a transformation coach. Welcome to the Good Vibe Tribe. Welcome to another episode of Conscious Coffee Talks, where we discuss a topic to expand our consciousness and improve our lives. So I have me a black coffee with some almond creamer today and a spooky mug, but this is all that Walmart had to offer yesterday, so we're gonna find us another one soon. So guys, today's topic stemmed from a conversation that I had at Mystics Saturday. So it's going to help you guys be conscious creators in your life, to actually be able to choose what you want to create in your life. And specifically, this video will be geared more towards love, because that is one of the highest vibrations that we can bring into our life, but it's one of the most challenging for a lot of people. Self-love is truly the key to finding fulfillment in one's life, to finding a peaceful, happy life, is self-love, self-acceptance. And you hear that all the time. You have to love yourself. You have to have love in your life. And yes, it is true, but it is actually very challenging for some people. You think of how the mind and the brain works. People who have experienced a lot of trauma, especially around love, situations around love, they've experienced grief, loss, heartbreaks. You know, people have betrayed them, whatever you want to call it. They've associated a negative emotion or a situation to the word love. What do you do when you find it really hard to cultivate and create love for yourself, or you really haven't experienced much of it in your life, and we truly cannot create that of which we haven't felt before, right? How are we supposed to know the intensity of love that we can create if we were never familiar with it in our lives? Growing up as children, maybe we felt neglected, or maybe we weren't shown the love that we should have received. So let's talk about how we can consciously create our reality through how we think and how we feel. And I just want to preface, guys, this is based off of NLP techniques. This is not mindset reframing. Even like some of my past videos, mindset reframing is part of it to help you see a higher perception, basically taking a lower level thought and actually showing you the light in this situation, like everything happening for you in the universe type of thing. This is going to be more sciencey based to truly show you how much in control you are of your emotions and the way that you think and how you feel. And we're going to break it down so you can better see that. And one of the biggest things I want you to realize is I want you to know that the way that you think and feel is not your fault. It is truly your programming that we receive as children between the age 0 and about 7, when the subconscious mind is wide open and we truly have no filter on the world. We aren't able to actually accept and reject what we think and how we feel. We are just reacting at that point. This is your programming that you are essentially trying to, I don't want to say fight for the rest of your life, but it will be what you're trying to change. We never fully forget our programming, guys. It will always be something that we will be working towards progressing and getting better, bettering ourselves, right? This is just part of life. This is part of the human experience. This is just how our brains and our bodies work. They are wired for survival, and this is part of that, and it is a tactic to keep us safe. The fear and the comfort zone, whatever these feelings, the lower level feelings, they are just signs to help you understand yourself better. It's nothing negative. They are designed to help keep you safe. When I talk about programming, guys, like I said, between age 0 to 7, it is thoughts that we have accepted true to be about ourselves. So we've basically built our ego at this age, by what our external world has taught us, shown us what we've accepted to be true, and what experiences that we've had in life have built our unique perception of the world. Everybody will have a different one, right? We actually create neuroplasticity pathways in the mind. These are neurons that fire together and create pathways. You can think of it like walking in tall grass, guys. The first time that you walk in tall grass, it's going to be a little bit challenging because you don't exactly know where you're going. You're creating the trail. So the more that you walk the path, then a trail is made and it's easier to get through. That's the same thing with your thoughts and your mind and creating pathways in your brain. The more that you think these thoughts, this programming, the more it gets ingrained into your brain, and then the harder it becomes to break free from these things, right? Consciously. So we have to keep in mind 3 things when I talk about breaking old pathways, building new ones, and choosing how to be a conscious creator in your life. You have to think of emotions. You have to think of feelings. Those are 2 separate things. And you have to think of actions. Emotions and feelings are not the same thing. A feeling is like touch. It's like physical touch. You feel something like that, right? A lot of us think of emotions as feelings, and they are not. Emotion is just energy in motion. It is just energy. They are chemical reactions inside of your body, right? That is what an emotion is. It is something you assign a thought to. You are the conscious or unconscious creator of that emotion and the frequency of that emotion based upon your unique perception in life or the logic that you give it. Both of it, they're both going to play a fact in it, but your unique perception, if you're not consciously aware, your subconscious will be the one assigning the logic and the feeling associated to it. Conscious creator chooses what that is. Let me try to explain this a little bit differently. You see a cat in your external world and you look at that cat and you're like, oh, that cat reminds me of a cat that I used to have growing up as a child. I really liked that cat. That cat's name was blah, blah, blah. And you start kind of either consciously or unconsciously, all these things are kind of coming up for you that when you look at a cat, you're going to get a certain emotion and you're going to start thinking certain words and thoughts and images are going to be brought to you. This is how the subconscious mind works and communicates with us. That's going to happen just like that when you look at a cat. So then it's going to make you feel a certain way based on this information. So you see the cat and then it starts creating an emotion within you, and then you assign the meaning to that, like I said, consciously or unconsciously. So you may have really loved that cat, and then you start getting feelings of love and joy and bliss, and you want to go touch it and hold the cat, right? Or you may have had a very negative experience with the cat as a child growing up, and it may have like harmed you or hurt you, scratched you, and you had to get stitches, something like that. So then you start feeling all of this anxiety or this fear or this anger towards a cat that you're looking at, and you've assigned those emotions to that. So now this is how you feel and this is your reality. When in truth, all that you're looking at is a cat. That's just facts. When we are conscious creators in our life, we look at something or we experience an event and we either we choose how we feel about that. So what I mean by this is if something happens to you and you start feeling a lower level vibration, you start not liking the way that you feel, you recognize that this is a feeling within you. You're having a trigger come up for you in a situation, and you don't take action from this point of being, because then that is the reality you create, and you don't overanalyze it. You don't freak out about why am I feeling the way am I feeling? What childhood trauma is causing this? You calmly become the observer in the situation and you look at it from a logical point of being, consciousness, and you see the situation for what it actually is. You're staring at a cat. The way that you feel is you choosing, you're assigning energy, you're giving energy to a thought, and therefore it creates the emotion within you. So if you don't like the way that you feel about something, the conscious creator observes it. You are consciousness, truly what you are. You observe what is happening within the body because the subconscious is going to react. You take that as information. You don't think that something's happening to you. You don't feel like you're not in control of it, because you are. Even if you don't feel like you are creating it, because the body is the thing that is storing the memory in the cells of what has happened with the trauma that has happened, right? The body is creating this because that is the subconscious. The conscious creator thinks, I really don't like the way I feel. Let's change that emotion. Let's change those thoughts to something better. I choose to feel love. I choose to be like, oh, well, this isn't the cat that scratched me when I was 5 years old or traumatized me, gave me stitches. Not all cats are the same. We actually have the choice to what we want to think and feel. Most people just let the subconscious come out and play and feel like that they are not in control of it, of their thoughts or their emotions. And so they feel the fear. They are fearful. They feel like something is happening to them. They don't understand how they are the creator, and instead they feel like they are the victim. So when you understand that you have choice and you are the one actually creating these things, it gives you your power back, and you can choose to feel something different. You just have to pull yourself from that situation. You have to not act from it, not take action from this energy, because that would be the reality you create. But you have to look at it from a logical standpoint. Acting from a place of just pure emotion, especially anger, and a lot of people just react. And honestly, it is almost feels natural to just react, because a lot of us have done it our entire lives. We've been on flight or fight, and we've always just reacted. This is where meditation can help pull you from these thoughts and understand how you are the conscious creator. It can help break neuroplasticity pathways in the mind. So neurons that wire together, actually stop thinking, will actually shut down those neuroplasticity pathways, and they will get weaker and weaker over time. Things like this just don't happen overnight. You've spent your entire life feeling a certain way about something that you are now having to choose something different because you are consciously aware of it. So this kind of goes to show you as well too, there truly is no good or bad decision in life. It is just what you assign it to be. And this is how we are our own judge, guys. We are the only ones creating judgment upon ourselves, is because we are the ones creating the energy of it. It's the isness of everything just truly is. Everything just truly exists. Life is just existing. We are the things assigning it logic. Our humanness wants to assign why things happen to us logic. We want to assign logic to how we feel because it helps us understand ourselves a little bit better, when in reality, all we truly need to know is that we feel discomfort in the present moment, right? We feel discomfort in the moment, and we can choose to think something differently. Let's choose a thought in which we do feel good. So now that you kind of understand how emotions are just created by us assigning logic to a situation, and then combined with, the subconscious of our previous experiences, you can choose to see a higher road. You can choose a higher emotion. Let's talk about some things on how to create love for yourself in your life if you're not really used to that feeling. And then let's talk about some tactics that you can do to help put you back in control of your life. So the first step, it's the self-acceptance. You don't have to cultivate a self-love feeling. It's just accepting where you're at in life, and it is what it is. You don't have to like it. You don't have to love it. You are where you are, and that is the reality of your situation. You can either do something about it, or you can just go through life the way that you are going through, and time is going to pass you by. So you can make the choice to actually make the improvements and actually try, because you truly never fail. So if you just keep trying to do better and your best, you're gonna make movements forward. It's better than just staying where you're at in your mindset. So the feelings of self-acceptance will break down the resistance that you have towards either changing. It's kind of like a surrender almost. And that's another tactic that you can use, is inviting God into your life and surrendering and asking for help, because you can compare this to like hitting rock bottom, of you no longer feel like your way is working. You've pretty much kind of like given up, thrown up your hands. Not saying surrender like you give up control of your life, but surrender as in you're accepting in the love from God. You're accepting what is truly meant for you in your life, and you're open up to the idea that you're ready for change. You're finally ready for change and you will do what you need to do. You just need to be shown it. So you surrender, basically a freeing feeling. It frees you from that resistance, the responsibility of feeling like you're doing this by yourself, because truly you're not. You have assistance with you always. You wouldn't exist if you didn't. So then I want you to sit with yourself and I want you to actually allow yourself to dream. I want you to ask yourself, what does love look like in my life? And it doesn't have to be like presently, what does love look like in my life? It can be, what do I want my life to look like? What kind of love do I want in my life? Do I want to feel good about myself? Do I want self-love? Do I want to have a good relationship with myself? Because truly that's where love starts, is with the self. Because we have to feel it first to actually give it to others, to actually see it in other people. Start with yourself and then ripple out to your reality. So what does a loving relationship look like in my life? What does a loving home look like in my life? What does being a loving mom look like in my life? How can I show up as love every single day? Love can look like a better job that serves you, that you are happier in, that actually complements your talents. Love can look like making home-cooked meals for your family. Love can look like sitting on the couch, spending time with your family, watching a Wednesday night Netflix film. You know, it can be that simple. It doesn't have to be grand. What cultivates a feeling, a spark, something that feels good for you, right? Something that feels good on the inside. These thoughts are bringing some kind of higher, lighter emotion within you. And that is what you're going to want to pay attention to. So then once you kind of have an idea of what love looks like for you, you're going to want to start actually picking actions with the intention of creating self-love. So this is another tool that you can use. Once you've identified maybe some things of what love looks like, create actions with the intention to cultivate that feeling. So I have self-care days. Those for me are self-love days. I actually do actions that I consciously pick that make me feel good. Doesn't have to be like a huge, overwhelming, love, joy, bliss, ecstasy feeling, but they are things that I am doing for myself because they make me feel good. They make me feel like I care about myself. They make me show up as a better person in my reality for other people because I feel good about me and what I'm doing. So I call these self-care days, and it can be as simple as, like my self-care days. I take a bubble bath. I take a bubble bath with my crystals. I paint my nails. I dye my hair. I tan. Yes, I tan. I know it's not great, but I don't do it every day. It makes me feel good. I create things. I love creativity. Creativity is like a passion for me. I feel good when I do it. I like to bake. I will bake things. I like to decorate. I like things that smell good. So I will pick Scentsy, I will go buy new Scentsy warmers and put scents in there because that makes me feel really good. I like making my space feel good because then it makes me feel good. Those are the things that you're going to want to look for. Sometimes you can go buy yourself a new outfit or take yourself out to dinner. Things that are going to be what help you create a feeling for yourself. And you're going to want to actually be conscious of it because, even if you don't feel fully like, oh, I feel so much love taking myself out to dinner, it's the action and the intention that you are doing to help you. You're taking baby steps, right? So you are taking actions to improve your life. So therefore, the universe is going to see that you are making effort. You're trying. It will meet you halfway. And so you keep doing these self-care days, or you keep doing these actions, to help you feel love for yourself. When we feel like we are taking time for us and caring and nurturing ourselves, we create that feeling for us, and then we show up as better people in our world. We feel better. We feel more nurtured. We feel like we can give that feeling to other people. And this is why you cannot pour from an empty cup. This is why you need healthy boundaries. So those are some easier things that you can do. Now you can do energy work. So when we talk about being a conscious creator, guys, like I said, we were going to think of emotions, feelings, and actions. You can think of it like the Holy Trinity, body, mind, spirit, you can either change your thoughts, and it will change the emotion. So you can think higher thoughts and get the emotion to be higher, right? You can consciously do this, because if you recognize this, you can choose to think differently, right? Or you can use tools in the body to help you move energy. So what I mean by this is you can do things like exercise. So physical movement will actually move energy in the body, and it will make you feel better. Endorphins, like you will start to be in a better mood. You will raise your vibration. So you can do exercise out of self-love. I do that. You can also, do things like massage, aromatherapy, like oils, massage oils, things that are actually healthy for the body, help it detox. So actually getting those lower level frequencies out, even like parasites, things like that, those things take up energy in your body. What we feed ourselves, the food, all holds a vibration. So food is medicine. So you can choose better foods to help you feel better. Hey guys, so I'm going to close out the Conscious Coffee Talk here because I cannot find my closeout from the original film. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this Conscious Coffee Talks, and I will catch you guys in the next one. We'll see ya.